As a player, it's one thing to do it on the range, but can you do it when it counts out there, when everything is on the line? Now that's a different level. There were guys who hit the ball further than I did, even though I hit it long. There were guys who could work the ball better than I could. There were guys that had better short games than I did. And there certainly were guys who putted the ball better than I did. The fact that I was able to take them down head-to-head on a links golf course, you have to have an amalgamation of all of it in order to compete and play at the highest level. My first recollection of an Open Championship was '86. It came on, extremely early for us on the West Coast, living out in Cali, and it was just a different kind of golf. I thought it was just really weird to see the guys bounce balls into the greens because I've never seen that before. Yeah, there were guys who won, who did really well. Obviously Seve and Nick, Norman, all those guys were doing well, but I just didn't understand it. So it was fascinating to watch, but it was so different that I didn't really truly understand links golf until I got a chance to actually go out there and play it. Once I got a first chance to play it, I fell in love with it. I thought it was probably one of the hardest golf courses I've ever played, just because I happened to catch the tide at the wrong time. And I basically played all 18 holes into the wind. And I couldn't believe how long this golf course was playing. And they say, oh, you can drive this hole, you can drive that hole, you can drive 9, you can drive 10, you can drive 12. I'm hitting drivers and 6 irons to these holes. And it just doesn't make any sense. Till finally I got to switch, and I got to play some of those holes downwind, and yeah, they were drivable now. That's when I realized, this golf course can present so many different ways to play it. You have to open up your mind to it.
Here's the young American amateur sensation, Tiger Woods.
What a great talent this young man has, and how much we're going to hear about him over the years.
I started to do that. I started to open up my mind to how the balls could bounce, how the angles I could take, holes I could cut off and kind of cheat and get a better angle down certain sides to get into flags. All the holes where I just had to bail and be conservative. And especially just learning, how the game was so different and how they played so dramatically different. It's let Mother Nature dictate it, and you have to go out there and try and figure it out.
Tiger, when we spoke to you before the Open, you weren't quite sure about St Andrews. Are you enjoying the challenge of links golf?
I really do like it because it gives you so many options. You don't have to bring out the 60-degree wedge as soon as you miss the green. You got so many ways of playing each and every shot, which is great. That's what it should be.
You play one type of golf here in the States where basically everything is airborne. Everything's airborne. The ground is never your friend. You're always trying to carry bunkers, carry water, place on top of shelves, make it stop, hit how high can you hit it? And then once you get it on the greens, it's just, here, give me my lob wedge, give me my lob wedge, give me my lob wedge. Hack out of the rough, that kind of thing. It's always the same shots. When you play links golf, it's not. Look at the players who've done really well there. Watson's won there 5 times. Trevino had a great run. Nicklaus had a great run. Jack's short game might not have been at the highest level, but the guy thought his way around the golf course better than anybody else. And so he was able to amass a great record there. And it's just understanding how to control the ball in the air to be able to control it on the ground. And that's the hardest part, is if I draw this ball a little bit, it's obviously going to kick more forward. If I cut it in here, it's going to kick a certain way. If I hit it high, it's going to do this. If I hit it even lower, will it do that? No, because there's a bank there. You land on top of the bank, it's going to go, so I got to throw the ball up. All these different things that you have to think about. If you look at all those players I just named, all of them thought that way. That's what made them such great players, or why they won and amassed such a great record in the Open Championship. The iconicness of winning the 2 Opens in a row, being at Pebble Beach and then St. Andrews. You can't pick two more spectacular venues than those two, and I just happened to get them. But St. Andrews was a different level of ball striking. I hit it so much better than I did at Pebble.
That one you're talking about?
That's the one I'm talking about, Tiger.
Magnificent.
Nearly pitched it on the green.
My feel was so good, and I hit every putt inside 20 feet from 70 yards out. My feel was just that good that week.
Oh, it's wonderfully judged.
Yeah, there's one time when I probably should have been in one, and it was on Sunday, number 10. I had to lace a drive to get on the green, and I did. I laced it, but I didn't turn it. I hit it dead straight up the right side, and when I did, it bounced over one of the pots.
Oh, you lucky little laddie.
And so that ball should have been in the pot, dead, pitching out sideways and trying to make par to the back pin. But I just happened to get lucky enough where it bounced over, and then I had some kind of 90, 100-foot putt to two-putt for birdie. Well, I just focused on my game. Whatever the lead was, I was never going to come back to them. They had to come get me. That was always my mindset. Just don't give them any opportunity for me to fall back into their laps.
Oh, yes. Never a doubt, Leslie.
Make them earn it, make them come get me. If they want to tie me or pass me, they're going to have to come get me. That's something that has served me well from junior golf all the way through into my professional ranks. I thought 97 at the Masters was something special. It's hard to explain, but St. Andrews is so different. It's just, you're looking at all the history. The history is right around you, and you're on the fairway, and the people are behind you trying to make your way through, and people jumping in and out of the burn, walking up the hole knowing that I had the tournament over. I knew that I needed par in the last hole to break the all-time scoring record, and I'd already dropped a shot. I got to 20, and I didn't want to drop to 18 because that's what Faldo finished at, and I wanted to eclipse him. So I said, okay, this is for the record. You're going to win the tournament, but let's just add to it. This is making one little bonus. Let's get the record, and I poured it right in there. It was that was fun. Peter Dawson says, champion golfer of the year. To hear him say that on that green, that's something that I'll never, ever forget.
And the champion golfer for the year, Tiger Woods.
My first drink was certainly, it was a libation that made me feel happy and a lot more relaxed. And we had a lot of it.